We played them a lot last year, for sure, but it's part of the Cascadia Cup, and it's the first game that we have in that series of games. But for us, it's being able to be at home again and get ourselves our first points of the season and get 3 points.
Does it matter at all that both of you are putting in with the same record? You're both 0-2. Does that add a little desperation?
No. I mean, it's early. It's early days in the season, it's like you can't get too high or too low with anything. But for sure, we've been disappointed in our first 2 weeks because we think we've played reasonably well. I know we've played reasonably well, and we haven't come away with results. So it's a matter of us making sure there's nothing goes in the back, and us getting more goals at the other end of the field.
What was Tally Hall last year with you guys? Has his status changed for you? I know before he said he was just kind of keeping fit and
doing the same. He's still rehabbing from his injury.
One mentioned that it's still a work in progress between your three forwards working together. How would you assess that?
It's coming along. The more games they play together, the more times we train together, it'll become better and better. Yesterday we did a lot of work on our offense, and we did a lot of work in 10v10 as well. And so today we wanted to ease off a bit, but the more and more they play together, the more they feel comfortable place changing, the more they recognize what each other's strengths are, where they want the ball. It's going to get stronger and stronger.
How did Fry look after 2 full trainings under his belt?
He looked fine. I mean, he was fine yesterday in training and had no setbacks at all, so he was able to go full out today.
How's Brad doing?
Brad's doing much better, getting much more comfortable with the ball, so he was doing a lot more ball work today, moving around. We just need him to still avoid contact for a little bit, but with the bye week after this week, we think by the time we play Houston, he should be ready to go. Or is it Houston or Montreal? One of those. I think Montreal, yeah.
What are you doing in training to kind of work on creating more chances for your forwards?
One is we have to shoot more. As a team, we have to shoot more. Sometimes we have openings and we don't shoot enough, but we think we've been inches away from some very, very good chances. I mean, you look at the goal that got called back for offsides that Ivanchit scored. I mean, that was like offside by 6 inches or a foot. The one where Jordan Morris is offside was, again, 6 inches or a foot. So I think we're getting very close. Sometimes we get all hung up with stats and how many, they had more shots or whatever. Shots don't necessarily equate chances. Sometimes a chance is a guy getting and he skims a ball across, like the cross that came in from Tyrone Mears that Valdez was just a step late on at the back post, or the cross that came in from Kovar late in the game that Darwin Jones, was a step late on. Those are pretty good chances, but they don't show up on the stat sheet.
MLS announced a fine today of Sonny for embellishment on the play that led to their RSL's late free kick goal. As you understand it, does that mean that essentially MLS is admitting that there wasn't a foul, or maybe are they just saying that he made the most of it?
I don't know. I can't figure out, what they're thinking. I think it's more the latter, that they made the most of it, that he made the most of it,
Is there any sort of balance between the kind of it's early for us and for the fans and urgency for these guys that, third game, second home game, you need points?
It's just a matter of more than points. You just want to have your confidence, and your belief. And I think the guys believe. I know the guys believe in what we're doing, and it's just a matter of now that whole process producing the results that we want as well. And once you got that process, you believe in the process, you believe in what you're doing, and then you get the results, then the confidence grows from there. So for us, it's more that we're at that point in time, more so than anything. It's not like we're looking and we're saying, we're 6 points behind San Jose, we're 3 points behind Portland. I mean, everything's so close. Within 1-2 games, everything evens up again. So it's a matter of us knowing that the process is working and just making sure that we get some confidence and get the results.
What's the toughest part that's a breakdown defensively against Vancouver?
Obviously they've got a lot of speed up front. They look to be direct at times. Morales in midfield, when he has a little bit of time and space, he's a very good passer of the ball. So he becomes very dangerous because he's really good at picking out those targets. They like to get their outside backs forward just like we do, so it's going to be an interesting game on the flanks from that perspective. But it's really their speed, and they're a team that's very willing to sit back and counterattack.
Swatsky, who certainly has some Sounders credentials, won NASL Coach of the Year today, even though his team, I think, finished for like the 9th best record in the league. Any thoughts for Darren?
I mean, happy for Darren. I'm happy that that's happening for him and going well. You know, he's a dedicated soccer person who puts his heart and soul into it, and you know, it's happy to see him get that accolade.
What does a player like having Herculez Gomez in training do to elevate just the all-around game, just with the resume he has coming in here?
Well, Herculez is just a good pro, and you know, gives us a chance to look at him, and he's going to come out, and he's going to train hard, and you know, the other guys look around and say, oops, you know, maybe I need to up my game if they're looking at him. But, you know, he's a good pro. He's a good guy in the locker room. You know, he brings a good attitude onto the field.